Testing, testing. Hey Kim, how you doing?
Hey, Blue.
What's going on this morning?
Are we really testing?
Yeah, we on. I'm over
Oh,
here
you're
on.
live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good morning, everybody.
We
Welcome to
are.
the Blues.
Welcome to the show. We are here this morning. What's going on with you this morning?
Oh, I can see you here. Nothing. So, you finally broke me down and decided to have a conversation this morning
Uh,
online. So we're gonna see how this works.
yeah, we are gonna get it going here. You know, you're the talker in the family, so I'm gonna let you lead, and I'm gonna follow.
Oh, wow. That's not
I'm the
how I.
comic relief.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not how I had planned this, but okay. I thought you were gonna have your regular topics, and then I was just gonna chime in. But okay,
So, what are the topics today? The hot topics. We're gonna talk about a little health, a little social stuff, and we're gonna have a segment of open mic. So, even at that same point in time, we're gonna open up the microphones and let it rip to see who comes and jump on with us. So, everything is open. What's going on, Kim?
what's going on, Anthony? So we hot topic. I just want to bring up my earrings. You see these? Because it's Black History Month, right? Aren't these beautiful? So my uh, coworker purchased these for me on her trip to DC. She went to the African American Museum, and she brought me back these ear bobbles because I like ear bobbles, as you if you haven't noticed. And so I'm really proud of these kente cloth ear bobbles. Um. Anyway, hot topic. So what?
Vintage.
Vintage. Vintage is it is a it's a flaming hot topic. Let's go with that because where do I start with that one? We what were we having a conversation about? Oh, I was talking about my hair and all this gray hair that somebody is somehow transferring from their person to me, right? I wasn't gray like this before, but now I have all this extra foolishness going on. And so, if it was going to go white, I think I'd be okay, right? But it's it has this whole other thing going on. It's like peekaboo, right? So I'm like, what is the peekaboo? What is all of that about? So I anyway, I was having this conversation with Facebook, and then what did you say? You said something about me being how you call me old. He was going to call me old, right? And then he called himself in the middle of it, right? He goes, "Babe, you old vintage." What does that mean, right? What does old vintage mean, right? And so then he threw back at me that I have a shirt that says vintage 1970 age to perfection, right? But that was a birthday shirt for when I turned 50. It wasn't meant for him to like throw it in my face, right? So anyway, that turned into a whole thing on Facebook about my good sandbox friend Carla Monjoy jumped in and was like, "Tell him you don't have no hair."
That's funny.
Oh yeah. Then my cousin chimed in and said, "Hey, just go hate." She didn't know I was talking about you though, but that was funny. And then who else said something?
70.
Who? Oh yeah, he was he was called
Isn't he close to
if he's
70? Isn't he like 70? I'm like 70.
right.
Really?
It's just the white. It's just the white. I
Right.
like the white. But anyway, I like the white on you. I don't too much care for the white on me. So anyway, I want to hear what your perspective was of that. What were your thoughts when you decided you were gonna call me vintage? Because you found it very funny, but I wasn't laughing too hard about it.
Oh, I was just remembering the. I think it was Dion Cole. When he was doing the stand up, he was just talking about, they over 50, they vintage. Like some vintage. It's age with perfection. That's
You
that's what it
can't
was.
use my shirt and then come up with your rationale.
I was thinking about vintage, age with perfection. That's what I'm sticking to.
I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, so um, that was that whole thing. We ended up taking that to a whole nother level. So the other hot topic that I wanted to sort of catch everybody up on, if you hadn't heard, was last Sunday we went on our Sunday morning walk, right on the heels of a very nice evening with um, going out with my daughter, and she won she was one of many awardees for the Langston scholarship for the Black Lawyers Association. So if you don't know, she's in her last couple months of law school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, we went there. Ben Crump was like keynote speaker. We had a couple other friends, Nicole Whiteman, which is a good friend of Jolay and Danielle or Donnie. Anyway, so I feel like I sort of know her, but I really don't. Anyway, she was actually another award honoree, and so we had a really nice evening. Got up that morning, gonna take the dogs for a walk because they can get a little restless. They want to go outside. Buster is a perpetual outside person as long as he's not out there by himself.
Right.
So we are walking around the park, doing our laps. Typically, we have the dogs on leash all the time, right? So yes, last Sunday we were like, oh, well, let's see, we're just gonna walk. We got out pretty early. No one's on the street. The dogs are really, really well trained. So if we say come here, they sit. They stay. Well, they're trained unless they are over here on my carpet, which they're not supposed to be right now. At any rate, walked all the way to the park, off leash, one lap around the park, was able to meet other dogs, right? Which we never let them do that
Yeah,
either,
we
right?
never let them do that. So
One lap around the park, two laps around the park, gonna meet some more dogs, right? Three laps around the park, everybody's having a good time. People bring their dogs to the park. Now that in full disclosure, there is a sign that says dogs must be on leash, right? But people bring their dogs to the park all the time and they don't have them on leash, right? So they bring them in and there's the big area and they let the dogs run around and have a little play date because there's not a local dog park, right? Anywhere around here.
not that I
So
know of.
it's up the street. Get to our last leg and we are I'm minding my own business because I guess my head is not on a swivel enough for somebody. So I'm going along, and there's a lady. I'm going to call her a lady because we're on live, like this. I didn't see her. Oh, Hawkeye over here saw her, right? She's like this. She just and so I'm like, his energy is a little off. So I'm like, well, what's going on, right? He's like, I don't like this Karen, because that's what he called her, right? And I was like, who are you talking about? So I'm thinking he's just tripping, right? But then I pay attention, and this lady is really like, she hardcore with this camera, right? So I'm like, okay, babe, let's just keep walking, just keep walking. So the park is a pretty big lap, right? So we're going this way, and she decided that she didn't want to walk the same way we walked, so she walked around the other way. Now, we would have to converge at some point, and closer to where we would actually get out of the park to exit to come back home is on the side where she was. So, make a long story short, we get to the park exit. We're about to walk out of this park, and she's standing about how far away?
About 400. Wait, maybe about 300 yards from us.
300 yards away, right?
She started filming again.
She starts recording. Get out of here! Go away! You guys need to leave! You people. Okay, at that point, I everything else she said was womp womp womp, right? I'm Charlie Brown though. I'm like, who in the rabbit snapper is you people, right? I had some other choice words, but I'm not gonna say them today, right? So she's just boo, 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 boo. You people. I was like, well, who is you people? Um. So now Spitfire over here is like, what? So he pulls out the leashes that we always carry, and he's hanging, showing them to her, right? I got the leashes. I got the leashes. You guys, you people need to leave the park. Blah 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 blah. She said all this before she decides she wants to start recording again, right? So then she starts to record, right? So I holler out because now I'm fired up. Make sure you record everybody in this park while you recording, right? Because there are other people here who don't have their dogs on leashes, right? Everybody's having a good morning. We all been communing together. It's on Sunday, first thing in the morning. And when I say first thing, I mean like we're getting ready to leave the park. It's
about
no,
9:30.
it wasn't even 9. It was like
Almost
8 something,
yeah.
right? That's how early we had been at the park. So, then the other people start chiming in, right?
Now you got to say what I did though.
Okay.
Or you want me to do that part? Because I wasn't gonna let her get away.
So he goes to put the dogs on the leashes, right? I was like, okay, good. We got them calmed down. Let's go. Let's just leave the park, right?
Oh, she was about to get a piece of my mind.
So you tell her what you did.
So yeah, I put the dogs on the leash, and then I said, okay, she talking. I said, not today. It ain't finna happen today. She finna get the smoke. So I put them on the leash, and then I started going towards her. We finna go talk about this. So again, I said, all right, come on, here we come. Now she started jetting. She just started.
Oh my God.
She was
I'm
off
so uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable. You're making me uncomfortable. And I was like, well, I was uncomfortable when you first opened your mouth.
Right.
Right. So I didn't wake up with you this morning. Whatever did happen to you this morning is what happened, but it had nothing to do with us.
But
right?
her energy was just bad when she first got out the car.
Totally. Even her dog. Now she's worried about our dogs. And if you don't know, we have two what's it called? American Staffordshire Terriers.
Yes.
Technically. More commonly known as pit bulls, right? Everybody knows Buster and Bailey because we know they have their own little page, right? So they'll lick you to death. Bailey just wants you to touch her till your arm falls off because she can never get enough of touching, right? Buster is whining all the time, like, please take me home with you because these people don't get me out enough, right? So these are the dogs that everybody loves them. They're so pretty. Bailey looks like she's about to have a litter, which we actually are coming up on her last litter's 2-year-old birthday, right? So happy birthday to all those little puppies that the last little litter. At any rate, this woman gets out of her car with her dog, and he's about to pull her arm out of her socket because he's like upset that there's dogs or our dogs are there.
Let's get back to me on the chasing down.
So
again,
anyway,
I put him on the leash, and then I start heading towards it. Now she's jetting across the park, and then she's still, are you making me uncomfortable? I don't give a shit. You're not the damn park ranger. You come in, you trying to set the rules for everybody as soon as you came in. We've been there for hours. So anyway, I just like kept walking towards her, kept walking. Now she's jetting across the park. And then so I like, now Kim's like, babe, come back. But I said, but now everybody cussing. Now the other people are cussing at her because she like, well, you guys are, got your dogs up. And she starts snapping and start videotaping them. But now she's still running from me. Because I'm going to give her, look, not today. I'm for to give you the smoke. Because again, I had another incident with another guy, but he was in his car, probably about a month before that. But he was in his car and he decided to jump and say something while he was leaving out his back window. And I said, oh, no, he didn't. So I jumped in my car and tried to chase him down, but he got into his building, whatever community he was going, he got there quick because I jumped in my car and I'm like, nah, he's gonna get the smoke. So again, I said, she started, I said, oh, no, it's not happening again. I'm going right in and I'm going to talk to her. She going to get it from me. She don't run nothing. So I said, let me go over here. And then Kim called me back. Now she didn't jump on these ladies. Now these ladies is cussing her out like, everything been fine before you came in the park and blah, 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 and this and that. So then once she got the getting her little fat heels to pumping across the park, I decided, all right. Fat heels. Yeah, their little fat heels, boom, 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 snapping across. So I said, okay, here, I'm going to let her go. She's good. But I told Kim I'll be at that park the next day. Now Kim trying to make me do stuff.
What he didn't know, y'all, was that I was working from home last week, and I took Connor to school. So he couldn't go stomping up to the park every day. So God worked in mysterious ways because that morning he had gotten up and I was like, I'm just going to chill out this morning, right? And I'm laying in bed and he came in, he got his little beanie and I was like, oh, you going walking? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. So cool. I'm just going to relax. And then I'm hearing Buster whine, right? And I'm like, where's Bay? Like, okay, did he fall out? We coming up on the anniversary, right? So I'm like, okay, Kim, get up. So
Are you
I
right?
just, yeah. So I jumped up and I go to the landing and I'm looking like, babe. And he's like, yeah. I said, oh, okay. I said, so I'm jokingly, oh, were you waiting for me? And he was like, oh, you going? I said, yeah, I'm going. Now, mind y'all, had I not jumped up, had he not been delayed on whatever he was delayed on, and Buster started whining and I think something is wrong, I wouldn't have been there. Y'all, we've been looking, trying to figure out what police station he at, what dog pound the dogs are in. And it's just been all bad all day because he was ready for the smoke on Sunday morning. And I'm like, I told him, I said, we not bring that into our energy this morning. So anyway, that was a hot topic. And, of course, then what? We were coming home one day. Was that Friday? Where we stopped at the light right there, coming out to Bank Canyon at the gas station.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
Friday. Okay, so then
Then we had a
Friday,
Ken. Was it a Ken? What y'all call him, Ken or whatever?
right? I call him Keith. Anyway, or Carl. He, this guy and his a Latina guy, a Hispanic guy, and his son were asking for. He had his little boy, may have been about 7, 8. He's holding his hand. He has this gas tank or gas can. He's trying to get gas so he can keep going home, right? This lady was pumping her gas and he asked her, this is how long we can sit and wait for this, the light was long, right? So we're watching this, I'm watching this transpire, and she just takes her gas pump out of her car and just puts it into his gas can, right? And so when he does that, then all of a sudden, um here go Ken. He just all in these people's business, right? And I'm like, this lady is fine. She doesn't feel threatened. She's trying to help this gentleman with his son, who he has in tow with him, to get some gas so they can get where they're getting. And he didn't even say anything. He's just standing there recording, just taking pictures, making everybody uncomfortable, right? So then turn around. What do you do? Boop.
Boop, dropped his phone.
Drop this phone.
Look at God.
I was like, that's what he gets. Both of us were like, that's what he gets because you shouldn't have been in these people's business. She was being a good Samaritan and you just being a jerk.
Right.
And so anyway, he dropped that phone, clap, and then it looked like he dropped it face down. I was like, I hope he cracked it. I hope he cracked it to hell. And you gotta go leave there, go straight to the store to get a new phone. Because that's what you get, leaving these people alone. Everybody's having a good day. She's being a good Samaritan and you're being a jerk. So anyway, the hot topic to say all of that is, have you ever been called you people? Like, has somebody ever
Yeah,
said,
that set you off right there.
oh, you people set me off? It really did. And, you know, you people, boy, um, gal, uh, it's a whole bunch. I have triggers, right?
The N word, that sets
Well,
me off.
nobody ever said the N word to me,
Right.
God. From my mouth to your ears, please. No.
That part.
But there are certain things that sort of trigger me. And, I'm always thinking, we're on, that was the week of my father's passing. The reason my family is in California is because, or my direct lineage is in California, is because my father came back from the Korean War as a Purple Hearted veteran and somebody called him a boy. That didn't go over well. My grandmother was scared and decided she needed him to leave and come to California where his sister was.
Buster.
One moment. Hold my beer.
Yeah, Buster is trying to get out. He said, I need to go outside. So he made his little wine and stuff like that. But anyway.
So, anyway. Yeah, so I just, lately, it's been in my timeline with people recording unnecessarily, and I have to change my vibration because I can't ingest that consistently. It's too much for me. Um, but anyway, has somebody ever called you? You people, have you been disparagingly titled? Um, just because you exist, because that's basically why it is. It's not any particular reason. It's just you're breathing, and someone feels like they have the right and the audacity to be able to call you out your name because you're existing, and they think they are the air police, the outside police. You didn't ask permission to be outside that day. Anyway, that's my rant on that. I don't know. Would you have something to say about that one?
I get too fired up when it comes to that part because I don't. As you get older, you got less patience for people. So
Less patience. Ooh, that's another topic.
yeah,
Ooh, can we talk about grumpy old men?
yeah, go ahead.
That's a rhetorical question, really. Um, who has a grumpy old man in their midst? Because I live with one. Everything is trash. Everything is fake. Everything is. He is living in. It didn't used to be like that. That's it. I'm gonna get him a shirt that says that it didn't used to be like that when I was
Right.
growing up. That's his shirt. That's your new shirt. When I was
Okay,
growing
well,
up,
we can make it because we make
we
our
can
own.
make our own
We make our
shirts.
own shit.
I need to
Excuse my
make you
French,
one.
but we make our own stuff. We do our own production. We do our own logos. If you want digital work, just give us a call. We do it all
Ooh,
here.
not
So
an advertisement right there. No,
again,
right?
again, we drinking, stuff we drink. So let me get my cup in there. This is nothing but the blues TV show, podcast, and we gonna just
This was
general.
a Christmas gift.
And you can, if you want to request a comment, just hit the comments, say something. We'll answer you right back. It might take us a half a second, but we'll get to it. But nothing but the blues, and nothing but with them blues do. So let's talk about the health. So you just reminded me that my 2 year, no, how many?
Three.
My 3 year anniversary. Wow.
We've been married 2 years.
Yeah, 3 year anniversary of my stroke. But
When was that?
yeah,
February? Is it today?
no, no, it's the 20, my brother's birthday. So
Tomorrow.
yeah, so that would be the 3 year
2020.
mm-hmm.
February 2020.
And
Man.
fully came out of it, recovered strongly, and keep pushing. But my 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 girl dog Bailey, she actually was the one who really knew something was going on. So, but we can get into that. That's
Your
a
other woman.
yeah, Bailey. But anyway, but you brought that up, so let's go health. You want me to just keep talking
Yeah,
about my
you can
health?
just talk about health. I'm gonna go let Buster in because he is at the door whining. I wish I could show you guys how foolish he looks right now because he is at the door whining. Just anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, it's coming up on my 3 year anniversary for that, and it was, like I said, one thing about it, I'm in the health profession, and again, I had a lot of stress going on. But anyway, I had a lot of stress going on, but I had a stroke in 2020, right before the week before everything shut down, pretty much. It was my brother's birthday, and it was like, okay, here,
Nobody really knew what was happening.
right? No, well, once I got a phone call from my best friend.
No, I'm saying about
Oh yeah,
COVID.
nobody really. There goes Scott. What's up, Scott? How you doing?
Where is he going?
Right there.
Oh,
Yes. How you doing, Scott? Got
hey
any?
Scott, we're praying for
We
you,
praying
honey.
for you. We still praying for you. I know that's tough, but I'm coming. Uh, we
Is
got a
it
lot of questions coming in now.
two
Oh,
subs this week? What is that? Woo! Okay,
oh,
who can
yeah.
y'all
We
see this,
might.
y'all?
Yeah, we might have to circle back to that right there.
Oh my gosh. And you people, they won't be coming back to our school. Oh, substitute teachers? Oh my gosh. Oh, Michaela.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
you can
go
read
ahead.
that in the
Okay.
comment. I'm gonna let Kim, since we're gonna circle back to that. We'll circle back to where I was at, but we're gonna let Kim go with this one here.
Mm. Okay, Michaela. Now I've already told you that triggers me. Girl, how did you guys handle it? Were you there? Two subs? They didn't call the back. Okay. So anyway, we need to discuss how do we handle that, because I've had conversations with other close friends about like what is the method. Like our parents grew up in blatant Jim Crow South disrespect. It was all out and it was acceptable, right? So now we thought we had gotten past that, and that's probably one of my other oh, I bet the kids did go crazy, bless their heart. um okay, Scott, we'll call you. um but because we weren't really in we didn't grow up with that outward disrespect and racism, for most people who think of Inglewood now, and for Inglewood, because I'm just speaking of that because that's where we grew up. We were really in a bubble. I can remember going to um, El Camino and taking a bus straight down Crenshaw and not realizing like how close we were to being in the outer. We grew up in a microcosm, right? And so everything was, we had all kinds of black teachers. Your neighbors were black. Everybody was black, right? So we didn't have that to have those nuances that maybe somebody who grew up in a more predominantly white or another nationality community would have had, right? And so I don't know that we were really equipped to deal with it on a professional level, right? So we weren't able to or haven't had to arm our children with how do you handle that, right? Because our children they want to go fist to cuffs, right? What you call me? We get ready to fight, right? That's not how our parents handle it, because one, they were in the civil rights movement. I know that's where my family came from. Um, but how do you what did you say, Michaela, if you're still on, to these kids? Like, has there been a general conversation, like a major conversation, um, for your site? Has administration really addressed it? Because um, that's a bigger topic. And you want to be able to arm these children um, with the arsenal that they need to be able to, how do you articulate yourself? How do you not get involved and get crazy? Just I had to pull the dogs down with him, because he was getting ready to go off, right? So what do you tell your children? What do you say? Anyway, anybody that wants to chime in, um, because that's serious. We have to be able to arm our kids with what to say and how to handle those situations, because people really have lost their minds. This whole Trump administration, and now this outward racism that's happening in Congress, and we have to be able to tell our children, okay, this is how you handle it, because now they're stacking the laws against them. And I read, what was I telling you the other day? I saw where certain jurisdictions now, your child can go in front of a judge, and the judge, there's not multiple strikes now. They have the autonomy to take your child on the first offense and put them in a correctional facility. And that just blows my mind, because I already know my baby, it anyway, it's not gonna happen. It's
Yeah,
not
he ain't getting
happening
in
to
no
him.
trouble.
Um, but for someone to use their own personal discretion to put your child in a correctional facility on a first offense for nothing is bananas. What is it? Students knew we would take care of it. We have an all black administration. Okay. But I mean, that might be a recommendation, like as a collective. That's an assembly in Black and during Black History Month too, no less. Right? Um,
It
but
don't
every
matter
day
to me
is
if
a
it was Black History Month or if it was LGBTQ month. It wouldn't matter to
right.
me. It's gonna
No,
be
it's
popping.
inappropriate.
Yeah,
Here
I'm
we
a
go.
grumpy
I
old man.
said
So again, right
inappropriate. He
now,
said popping.
yeah, it's gonna be popping.
So anyway, I'm trying to reel in this hot topic because we can go on and on and on for that one forever. But um just a food for thought. Like anybody have any ideas of how we or what we should be teaching our children? You know, you have to teach them 10 and 2. You have to teach them, you know, have the talk. Now we have another topic to add into the talk, right? Which is bananas in 2023. Who'd have thought, right? So anyway, we're back to health. How do we get out of this from health? I don't know, but
Oh,
swing
well,
it
we'll
back to
we'll
health.
swing back to health, but again, it back to health. It was really just really. I knew what was going on. Like I said, I had the incident, but just me being in the health profession, I knew the symptoms of a stroke. That was the key. I knew the symptoms, but your average person don't know the symptoms, and they just get caught in that situation. So since I do know the symptoms, I kind of knew what to do. So anyway, always I was on the phone with my best friend, and he said, "I can't understand the words you're saying," and I was just like, I can understand everything you're saying, but he said I was slurring and I was doing this and I was doing that. So I said, okay. He said, I'm gonna get off the phone and I'm gonna call Kim. And when they
And
when
we
they
were going to
yeah,
um I'm about to one things. I'm about to.
we come back to that
Okay.
one. But
Um
anyway, I was about they was headed to a
I
funeral.
was headed to one of my best friend Ramona Jenkins Lucas Lavore Lucas's service, right? And I pulled up to the service and then Junior was like, "Hey, you talked to Blue?" And I was like, "Yeah, I talked to him a little bit ago, before I was leaving to come here." He
Mhm.
was like, "Yeah, something is off." So we're in the service and Anthony calls me. Man, I'm like, are you kidding me right now? What's happening? I knew immediately. I looked to Junior and I was like, he's having a stroke because his speech was slurred. Now here goes somebody. I'm gonna talk about my baby real quick. He had gotten up, y'all, got fully dressed, put his shoes on, unlocked the door, locked the dogs, and was sitting on his stairs in Texas, waiting for the ambulance to come. Right? And I'm sitting there talking to him, and he's talking, and his vision, his speech is slurred, and then all of a sudden I see these red lights flashing. I'm like, the ambulance is there. And then they came in, and before I could say, where are they taking you? They were like, you have to get off the phone. Click and hung the phone. Y'all. I was like, somebody playing, right? You guys are kidding me, right? I'm in California, Junior's in California. So now we're reaching out like, who do we know in Texas to try and figure out where he is? I started messaging my cousin that was in Dallas, that's a nurse, was like, I need you to go on and try and figure out, like, look for this name, blah, 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 blah. Came in an emergency. I don't know which hospital they took him to. And then by the end of Lavore's service, I was gone, getting on a plane, left my baby with Ramona and Dwayne, got on a plane and headed to Texas. Like, it was just wild. I mean, that was a
Oh,
lot.
oh, okay.
Anyway.
But yeah, so again, all those things was happening, and like she said, like I said, I knew the symptoms. I had the cognitive, response to do with all the things I needed to do, and then I said, it made the call, and once you make the call, then it's like, okay, here they got here, and then they start IVs and all these other things like that. It's just really you just have to. Mhm. Oh, okay, yeah, you just have to really just put it on perspective. The best part about it is I was in shape, but out of shape, but I knew what to do. That was the biggest key, because again, as men, we walk around like we're invincible and we don't want to go to the doctor. We don't want to do these. We want to do these things. And just like I said, I knew what to do. So it's like, okay, I'm on it. It's just like really just, okay, this here. Going well. First, let me get back to what I did. Once I got off the phone with them, I grabbed the water because I keep water close. So I grabbed the water, and then I couldn't control it. So I already knew it was my left side. So again, then I opened it up, and then I drank some. Then I came back, and I said, all right, let me go to the bathroom. So when I looked in the mirror, then I seen five. So I knew my vision was tripping. So I seen five, and then it was like, okay, here, let me put the dogs up. Let me open the door, put the dogs up because I don't want nobody breaking down the door. And then, oh, you got dogs in here, let's shoot your dogs. So I said, I'm thinking about all this stuff. So yeah. So I'm thinking about all this stuff. I get the dog situated. Then I open the door. I sit on the stairs and I hit 911. And they was close. I knew they were close because they're right down the street from my house. So I was like, okay, I knew they'll be here in a couple seconds. And then she kept me on the phone, and the operator, she kept me on the phone until she heard them pulling up, and then it was on from there. So it was like that was it. Really, tomorrow is 3 years from the day, but again, now I'm in probably the best shape since back when I played. So it's really just getting your health together and knowing what you knowing your why and knowing your why. And like I said, the biggest thing for me was when my kids, because they all stopped what they was doing and they jumped on the plane. So as each one walked in, that was that was the big thing for me. They when they walked in, then it was like now I broke down because I'm not the strength. I was kind of weak at the time, but I said my biggest thing was to push on for them because as each one came in, I just started busting out in tears. And it's like, okay, here, this is serious business. My kids, none of my kids are married. And then I had a granddaughter on the way, but she wasn't here. So I said, wait a minute, I'm not the strength here laying in this bed. So I know I said, when I get out of this damn hospital, it's on.
Making change.
I'm making changes all the way, going to be the best that I can be and really be here for them. And that's the why. And then like I said, then uh making a decision about where I'm taking my next step in life. And that's right here with my wife. So it's like, all right, here, the playtime is over. And like I said, now it's just being the best you can be. So if you look at me now, I don't want to pull up my abs or
Yeah,
nothing
don't be
like
doing
that.
that today, baby.
If I
All
want to pull my shirt
right.
up, but
Oof.
like I said, right now it's like I'm holding steady at 195. Last time when I played in Seattle, I was 205. But again, my senior year, I was about 195. When I got to college, I was 150. So again, but I played at 175. So I said, I'm gonna go on this health journey right now. I'm gonna hit that 189, then boom, I'm gonna stay in this 190 area and go from there. But it was really about figuring out why I want to live. I'm not invincible, but again, I got to get in shape, and that's why I say on all my stuff is, I get it done with no excuses. Somebody tell me shit, man, I don't want to hear that shit. I could be like some of my other friends, or like I said, if you don't know what to do in a situation, that's why when people have strokes, some people die. If you have a stroke in your sleep, you might die. If you have a stroke and you don't know what to do, you paralyzed on half of your body. And I said, I can't do that. And I said, shoot, when I was in that therapy shit, I'm moving that damn arm. I'm moving that arm. Oh yeah, yeah, I remember all that. I mean, you
Follow
must be
instructions.
follow
Follow
instructions
instructions.
and do it. But again, I know I'm not invincible, so now uh, it was like get it done. Then was this? Was that May? Was it May? When I went, I had a little minor flare. I know my blood pressure was out the roof, and I said, "Boom, I'm done. I'm finna make sure It's nothing but healthy choices from here on out. I'm following my routine. I'm gonna walk it like I talk it. I'm gonna preach it. I'm gonna make it happen." But that's it. All these people be making excuses about what they trying to do and what they want to do, but they don't do it. They still fall in the same trap, and they just keep going with the same thing they've been doing. So again, I might be preaching to the choir, but I'm gonna keep preaching. That's why people have pastors, and that's why you go to church. So I'm gonna keep preaching a healthy lifestyle because you can reverse everything by just doing it. So Nike need to send that sponsorship for that promo we just did. But again, I'm getting it done. I can show you a six pack at what did Latanya call me, almost 70. Yeah, I can show you a six pack. I know that. Well, 4 pack, and then the two on the bottom they getting ready. But That's
I got a
my
little
health
mini
journal.
cake. A
Yeah.
little mini cake. I'm working on bottles.
So, but yeah, you got anything on health, babe?
No, I mean, I wasn't going to let him. I think we said this before. I wasn't about to let him be the one, and I'm the zero. Like we a 10, but that would mean one of us is a zero, a complete circle. We were about to do that. At least I wasn't going to let that happen. So I I drank the juice or took the blue pill, whatever one you want to call it, and um, so I'm on a health journey with him. Drinking my water. I got my water. I'm way off
I got my
time
water.
from when I'm supposed to be drinking, but we've been drinking a lot of liquid coffee. Um, and then just really buying into the Herbalife nutrition.
Right.
It really does work. And you can fill yourself with calorie deficit and still maintain your nutritional intake and not really have to compromise on anything and really bring your weight down. So it's working. Um, Besides that, I have a full gym in my garage.
Yep, you do.
Yes, I do.
And you owner what? You own a gym.
Okay, I have a full gym in my garage with um with a trainer that happens to be next to me who decides that they want to experiment with me a lot of times.
No experiment. I know.
Okay, well,
I'm a
he
master
knows it's
trainer.
an experiment for me.
I trained a lot of people that's on your Instagram and your feeds and stuff like that. I've trained a lot of people, but I don't brag about it. It's just everyday work to me. So again, if I can get my wife into that position, so that's why I film her and we make her reels and stuff like that. Because again, I know what I'm doing. You just got to follow the script.
Yeah, so we
So
have a team. I know you've seen in his timeline, Team Unique Pro, Team 10-day challenge. If you guys really want to participate, we have a great camaraderie. We support each other in the mornings, in the afternoon, during the day, in the evening. We do
yeah,
online virtual trainings. Plug for Team Unique Pro. Plug for health, basically. So that's all I'm gonna
yeah,
say about that right now.
yeah. We get it done with no excuses.
We get it done with no
If you commit
excuses
to the
every day.
program, we're gonna make sure you reach your goals.
Some days we have excuses, but we move past them.
Yeah. She comes with a few, but again,
I come with reasons.
yeah. And then I don't understand
He does
some
not
of them.
understand the reasons.
Right. So
Right. It's about compassion.
yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more compassionate. So
Anyway, what's our next topic?
uh, let's go with just any social issues. Well, you that kind of covered in hot topics and social with the Karen situation. So uh, we got I mean, we got other things we can add into there. What you think?
Um, I don't know. We'll we can maybe come back to that.
We can come. Well, we
Um,
already kind of had open mic. We still
yeah.
have open mic and
So
social.
open mic is if you guys want to join in, we bring you on camera and you can talk. Did you want to go on here and share this with me on my page?
On my phone.
Mm-hmm. On
Okay.
your Facebook page.
Wait.
At any rate, anybody want to feel like they want to join in on camera? You don't have to have your lipstick on.
They can just ask questions right now. And
Or if
then
you want to
when
ask
we
a
set them up
question.
for when we set them up, we can pre. So even on here, we have. This is Kim's first podcast with me, but I started my Unique Pro one. Then I have a couple NFL ones, but I'm really just getting into it and trying to reach out and get into that space because I have a lot to talk about. I mean, I can talk sports, I can talk social, I can talk anything, I can talk business. I mean, it's like when I graduated from high school, we had this little book, this little class of '83 book, and it said, "Name what you're going to be doing after high school." And again, I go back and I look at it, and I was like, "Oh, I did that. I did that." So I said what I was doing, and I made it happen. So we got a whole full setup right here. This is our little studio. We got 5, 6, 7 cameras. Uh,
These
uh,
cameras follow me, y'all. So somebody, let's. That's a hot topic. I like to cook, but I don't like to cook, but I like to eat. I'm just gonna put that out there, right? I feel like I can eat more if I cook it, right? So then, what is it that I want to eat? Let's try to make it, right? So that's my thing. I'm like, well, look, let me see if I can figure out how to put this together. I go online, I look for the recipes, the basic recipes, and then you sort of taste test to figure out. That has turned into somebody thinking that I like to cook. You see this foolishness? I do not care to cook, but I love to eat, right? And so if I can make it and make more of it so I can eat more of it myself and not pay as much as I would if I had to buy it out, then that's how I would do it. But somebody thinks that I want to cook. So they had cameras. I know you've seen him with come on, go on and the little videos of me say hi, mom. I want to say hi. I mean, you're just trying to get out the kitchen. My mother was an amazing cook, but she didn't like to cook, and so that was the energy that we that that I got at least, you know. But I won't say I'm an amazing cook. I think I have a little bit of flavor in my food. I'll say that much. Um, but to make a long story short, yeah, a lot of these cameras follow me around the kitchen.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to practice
Yeah,
my
he practicing
skills.
his skills on me.
Right. I'm back home in Hollywood and LA, and again, I'm just practicing my skills on. Like I said again, even in my son's defense, I believe in myself, and I can do it myself. You know, I ask people. I ain't gonna wait on you. I can make it happen. So if it's the video production, if it's the here make your own flyer, if it's DJing your own music, I'm not gonna DJ your party, but I'm gonna play my own music in my house. So and I might jump on live,
First
but
thing in the morning.
so but I do it myself. So if somebody say, "Oh, I do it myself. I don't need nobody," you know.
First thing in the morning.
Now, if you want to pay me for my services, that's different. I'm a outsource you a DJ because again, I like to play what I want to play. I don't want nobody come up to me and tell me, "Okay, you play such and such." Man, I ain't for
The
all
bunny
that.
hop. We gonna
I'm
play
in
the
my
bunny
groove,
hop.
you know. Can you play bunny hop? I ain't got no damn bunny hop. So
You
again,
can download it.
right. But anyway, I just want to stay in my groove, you know, and do it how I want to do it. So that's I can do whatever I need to do. If it's make a shirt, make some hoodies, make some clothes. Hey, design some flyers, make your logo. Hey, do anything. I know how to do it. Do your own podcast. Hey, you need your podcast produced. Hey, there you go. I can do it. So I do my own. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you got next, babe?
That's it. It's open mic, and if somebody wants to join in, that's what I'm saying. If you could,
I'm trying to find it. How would I do that?
let me see if I can.
While we having this pause. There you go. I can do it. All right, let's go. I'll figure it out over here. What's next? So you're in open mic. If we don't have anything open mic, we've been going for like 48 minutes. So again, we got 12 more, 11 more minutes for you. I think we do. I can have my puppies come get on.
Ooh,
I know Buster will talk. Bailey just want to be licking, but you know.
Bailey just wants you to touch her. We we, but right now they're all warm and balled up in the corner. Yeah, Bailey's almost on her Labor Day, right? The 25th.
25th.
25th was her last set of puppies, and um, we get to see a couple of them, but one pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
The last litter we see him pretty regularly. We are friends with his new owner on.
We keep in touch with four of the five.
Who?
So we get to see the ones that Jerry got, the two. We get to see pictures if we ask for pictures. Then Kasai, and then Rascal.
Oh,
So
Rascal. We haven't seen little Rascal. Rascal was our last one. Little Kobe Dobie, that's what I call him. Number 8. He was puppy number 8 in the litter. And he was the little run of the litter, and now he's just a little monster, big one.
yeah, he's
So,
big. He was the run. All my well, Bailey was a runt, and she's thick, you know. And Buster wasn't a run. He was just the one I fell in love with when I got him. So and then we go from there. But most of my runts turned out to be huge. So again, people pass them up. They stay with me for a while, and they just go from there. Get them going. So.
But we're not doing puppies
Oh
anymore.
no, no more
We're
puppies
done with
because
puppies.
they wear me out.
Yeah.
And
And Buster is old. He's almost 15.
almost fit. He'll be 15 next year.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
this year
Yeah,
he'll be
this year
15.
he'll be
This
15, and Bailey be
Bailey be
9.
no Bailey's turning 10 this year.
Oh, see, she
So
old.
matter of fact, she's a February too. So
Oh, so
she's
she's 10.
10.
When did she turn 10? We have.
Well, you
She
trying to
better have
buy
an outfit.
everything?
She's supposed to have an outfit. I'm gonna have to find something for Bailey. She need a party.
Whew.
That's another hot topic. Okay, so you guys, who goes online and buys stuff like because you know your phones listen to you, right? So I'm pretty sure if I go onto my timeline now, I'm gonna get all kinds of ads for. But what I need to know right now is, has anybody bought anything from Temu? TEMU. Have you bought anything? Because the prices are really good. And I just saw some glasses today, drinking glasses with the little cup on them, and the straw, the cap on them. And I want it, but I don't want it to be a Barbie size. So, has anybody bought anything from Temu? Please let me know if you got it and it was what the quality was when you
Don't
got it.
don't let her know because she buys everything. Now she gets on
As you
me.
turn around and there is a house full of cameras up in here. These things and this little one of these little gadgets that's follow you around. And
But the things I buy make money and can make money.
well, the things that I get are supplies to cook that you want me to do that I don't like to. But if I cook, I want to have all of the good supplies. I don't want to be looking for dishes and things of that nature.
That's another topic in about a couple hour show, the cooking part.
No, it's not, because I
Okay,
don't like to cook. I like to eat.
you're a vintage cooker.
I'm a,
Hey,
I can cook you some beans and wieners. That's a vintage meal. You see how long we like to eat that?
look, that's survival food. People, you gotta
Yeah.
understand.
You're
You
not.
bet.
You don't need to survive
Yeah,
right now. You're
you
not in
need you
survival
need to
mode.
put survival food.
We're not doing boot
You need
camp
to have
for living.
survival food around because you don't know what's happening. Because again, a lot of people ain't ready for what's gonna happen when it happens. So beans and weenies.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they put that shit in the can so it be preserved. Then you open up the
Whatever.
can, it should be frosted,
Frosted.
frosted or whatever it is. It's a mold. It's a, it's a, when you pull it out, boom, it's just gonna be a whole can. It ain't moving.
So when we go to the strip, we go buy
Gelatin.
some spam
It's a.
and
We
some.
don't fuck around like that.
This meat.
We don't fuck around with that.
I'm not buying that. What's it called? Filigo fish or whatever. I'm not that gilda fish. I'm not doing that.
Sardines.
Sardines. You can have sardines. You can buy tuna. They have it in little sealable things. We need an emergency kit. We have to have 7 days worth of food for every person in the house.
We got that.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We don't have 7 days of water.
We can get that. So
Out of
back
where? The
get
toilet?
off of that. Let's go. What's next? What's next? I'm trying to hit you live so you can. We got 4 people on here. Anybody on here got a question? Oh, there you go. Share. Should I share it to you?
Yeah, share it to my page. Just tag me at Kim so I can.
All right, you got
Well,
to
it's
hold.
okay. Anyway, yeah. I hear the boy upstairs moving around. We're gonna bring him on camera, y'all. We're gonna bring him on.
No.
Yes, we are.
No.
Yes, we are. He gonna come in here because he's hungry and there's food downstairs.
Hi, Monica.
Which
McCoy.
Monica?
McCoy.
Hey,
I don't like
Monica.
saying people. This is a Monica.
Oh,
She
okay.
know. I don't want to say people whole full name.
Well, they know she on. They can see.
Okay.
She not incognito. If you guys can hear in the background, this is the soundtrack from our wedding. If you like it and you're on Spotify, I can share it with you.
Okay.
It is. And see, that's the little
and that's what he.
man. I gave you your own sound in. So, hot topic. Don't share your Spotify page with your children because they make you think that you've been hacked by a foreign country. I'm sitting here listening to this thing and then turn around. He can change the song from his phone, right? From his devices. So here we done turned on Bino Rideau. Who the hell is Bino Rideau? And why is he in my Connor?
Kimberly, you on there? It's not about Connor right now.
He changed my music.
Yeah, anyway, that goes on. That's a whole nother topic.
No,
Besides me chiming in with a whole DJ set in the middle of her relaxing music. So
who gonna wake me up in the morning? Now Samuel L. Jackson on my
no, I
device.
only do it. I only turn it on when I know y'all moving around. So I got to get my 5 minutes of funk in.
You gonna have 5 minutes all day because you gonna work from home.
So
Yes.
we're 5 minutes.
I'm trying to turn my music back on.
Well, kill the music.
I need to have my music.
All right, there you go. So,
Anywho,
so I have another show. It's called Airing It Out. Well, called Air It Out. So I'm gonna give Kim 2 minutes. Let me see. Do I give her 2 minutes? Three
I get
minutes.
2 minutes.
I'm gonna give you 3 minutes to air something out that you wanted to get off your chest.
I did. I
You know,
did
you
it
got the
already.
Karen situation. So, but again,
I
that's
don't want to bring
that's
up
my
Karen.
other show. But I can bring everything to every show because everything attaches. So we got 3 minutes left in the show. I'm gonna put my 3 minute timer on, and then we just gonna go in 40 seconds and let you air out whatever you want. And I'm gonna go to camera 6 on that, so you can go right into camera 6.
I don't have anything to air out right now.
Well, it could be my snoring or whatever.
I don't know if you snore because I walk
Cause
you to
you be
snore
sleep
asleep.
before me. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's how that works. So again, I'm gonna put this 3 minute timer on because it's gonna be 3 minutes left in the show. But I'm just, I got all the tools and gadgets to make these things work. But we're gonna make it happen in 5 seconds.
Why do I need to air it out?
I don't know. Just do whatever you. What you want to close the show with? That's what we closing the show with. This. Let's close it.
You and I, baby, I. You're not singing your part. It's a duet.
I don't sing. I
Oh,
sing.
boy,
I
you and
sing for
I.
here. I'm not singing for the people.
Oh, baby, I. Just turned up a little bit. Anybody want to get on the scene? Anyway, if you guys have a topic you want to talk about another time,
Just send
maybe
it
if
to
I'm
us.
drinking or I'm feeling participatory because I'm not always feeling participatory.
Mm.
Oh, topic. Women of a certain age, as he would so aptly call it, vintage women. How do you feel about um the changes that you might be going through physiologically? Because I know they suck monkey balls as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I'm so irritated. And anyway, that's one of those things when I say compassion, someone doesn't have all the compassion that they need because it's they go through their changes too, right? But everybody's a Superman. Women, on the other hand, we're supposed to just suck it all up, right? We just deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. This is when you get people that snap. I'm tired. I'm tired. I got things going on. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what's happening with this. So, anybody else feeling my pain? Because, you know, um, geriatric acne, um, the weight gain, and trying to figure out what exactly works, hair loss, thinning. It's all it's all more than a notion. You know, I'm grateful to be able to still be here. I'm grateful to be able to complain about it, but I'm gonna need a group of people. We need some soldiers up in here, right? We're gonna get a group of us to have a talk about it, right? And what do you do to combat some of these? How are you um, maintaining? Right, that's a topic. Right,
That is the
it
topic.
is a topic. So I guess I did have a another topic, but anyway, we're on the countdown. As you can see, he got this clock on me. He can talk all, but anyway, look at that gray hair, y'all. All right, well, we're gonna switch it to the double camera, baby, so we can say our goodbyes because we got 8 seconds. 6 minutes, Dougie, fresh in your own.
You want to say what?
We
Camera
have,
3, let's go.
thanks for joining, you guys. Um, see you next time, whenever that time may be. And thanks for sitting and listening and participating and being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.